a real big dude.
I said I like it. When did I say it's good? Horrible. Absolute dog shit is what I think of your play. There's no chance it's anything otherwise. Not just bad. Like one of the absolute dregs. No idea what's going on in the game. If I reviewed your stuff, I just wouldn't believe it, is what I'm thinking. Later. I kind of want to try this thing. But it's definitely not good in control deck. I tried to just sit and talk about like how this stuff works. He's clueless. Alright, I'm going to try an aggro deck. This is a good aggro card. I mean, this is a good blue card, but this thing looks nice in aggro. No, I'm never... I welcome that confrontation. If he wants to critique everything I'm saying, I'm going to let him know, and it's just absolute insanity. And what the fuck is Iron for? When did I even say that this FND is good? I like it. I love this set. I can tell you that my advantage on the first 2 days of this set is much higher than my advantage in Duskborn on the first 2 days. For whatever reason that is. Maybe because I know the cards better. Could be any reason. I just know that that's a fact. It's fine. I don't know. I feel like I'm more advantaged than in a normal set. I don't understand why he thinks that. I understand why somebody could think that. But then once you try to talk through it, I don't understand why they can't at least consider the other way. It's not crazy that someone would initially think that at all. Hey, this is a simpler set. These guys aren't going to be able to, they're not going to beat me as badly anymore. And he's probably getting beat worse. I think I want to just do this instead of the bouncer. See, I don't want, like, if I'm playing this black-red with some sack, I don't feel like I want a whole bunch of, like, bakes and stuff. I want, like, this sort of thing. I enjoy it, kind of. I came back in here with good intentions, that I wasn't even, like, targeting him. A lot of people expect too much out of their cards. They expect a card to, like, trigger every turn and do everything. And I'm just trying to say, look, man, it's a fucking 2/1 flyer for 2. Like, if it ever makes you a token, it's absolutely great. It's not supposed to come down and just shit birds all over the board. I don't know how good this thing is, but I'm going to try it. And that's part of the reason I like the set so much, is because there aren't a lot of cards like that. You don't have to jump through too many hoops to make it work. It doesn't need a build around synergy grade. Your blue deck just has a few ways to trigger it. And if you happen to draw one or whatever, it becomes, you get a much higher rate on your card. This is an interesting pick. I might take this 1-drop over the stab. I mean, in any kind of, like, controlling deck at all, I would definitely want this. I think I might try to do this here. I don't know, man. I don't dislike Hero's Downfall. I just want to have stuff like this, and I can utilize Eaten Alive and stuff. I don't want but so much removal. If I already want to play like these cards and stuff in my deck. And I already had like a downfall. I just didn't want to take too much of it too early. This, I just think I want to try to be real aggressive. Like, I have a raid 2-drop. Like, I feel like I want this more than the stab, but that might be wrong. I guess if I end up needing a 2-drop, I can play that one, but I'd rather not. So this seems great in the deck. Or should be if I get the cards I'm thinking about. This Banshee's creature. I don't even know that I want that. I forget did I take this one over a downfall or something? Because that might not even be great logic. This might be pretty good. Oh, I definitely like this guy is going to be very important in my deck. He's going to be very important. If it was this one was definitely over the shock card. See, I don't want a single one of these cards. I like this Brazen Scourge if I can cast it, but it's not going to be easy to cast. I'm probably going to pick it because there's nothing else I want the whole pack. I could believe I'd want this, but I think I'd more likely to want this, I guess, than a second Fake Your Death here. Oh, this thing's terrible, and it doesn't fit my. You don't want to play this with 1-drops and stuff in your deck. The dragon doesn't belong here at all. Oh my stars! This deck could be fun. This deck could end up nice. I mean, I'll take a Hero's Downfall here. I wonder what card is. This card is probably better than this one, at least, right? Like, we would think. Considerably so, maybe even. I'm not picking this. I'm going to pick Hero's Downfall. I'm just curious on rating my Banshee correctly. The cows. I don't even know. I'm picking Downfall, and I'm happy to play it. I have only gotten one of these and not a lot of sack. So here's the same pick. Not close this time. Not close this time. Actually, it could be this guy. Maybe it's this guy. This guy might be better. There's definitely a creature with 2 Goblin Seer guys. There's some chance this wheels because everyone thinks it's terrible, too. Moose decks don't really want it. I'm going to try this guy. All right, I think this is perfect. I wouldn't mind another Bloodfell Caves, but this guy seems just perfect for what I'm doing. I like it more than this. I like it more than the 5-drop. If this guy wasn't here, I would be tanking on this pick. Because this is a good card. I don't know. I mean, I've got Heroes Downfalls and stuff. I don't want Evolving Wilds, but this land I think is too good to ignore. All right, this card is just super good, but I do have 2 Downfalls. I would certainly take it over Eaton. I don't think I need this rat very much, right? Rats, whatever. Yeah, I'll take the easier. It's probably better than Downfall anyway, just because it's. I'm gonna take the 1-drop. I mean, this is cool, but I only have 2 sack outlets, and these seem like I just want to fucking try to play this aggro as can be. So potential top end finishing type card, or maybe I would play this actually. I don't know. I don't look like a waltz kind of deck. Oh, the Minotaur might even be better. Maybe I was way overrate that Banshee. This might want to get played. Unsure. This might want to get played. Probably not. With the I have a lot of removal. The Siggy Wall last pick. All right, we got a nice 4-drop. This thing, if we have some zombies. Those are zombies. Oh, wow, fuck. I could have had enough. I think I have enough zombies to take that guy, and he's fine. Lost 2 mana. That's a warlock. What's going to be better, the Blood Witch or the Ghoul? I'm thinking maybe the Witch. I don't know. No, I don't need Eaten Alive. I've got some removal already. Don't like anything. I don't think I took the first one of these. This might make the deck as one of the last playables. Yeah, no, I have less playables than I thought. That guy's probably going to make. Oh, it's a zombie? It's definitely going to make the deck. It's in for sure. I already have a Sure Strike. Honestly, this guy looks just okay. A second one of these with only 2 ghouls might be rough. You can just attack him with the card, though. You don't always have to sack it. I'm a little worried about drawing a bunch of these guys that just don't do anything. Oh, wow. Let's try it. Fuck it. My curve is cheap as can be. Uncommon red removal? This thing is fucking great. It's an amazing card. I don't think I can juggle Triple Frenzied Goblin. I'll take Eaten Alive to pair with the 2 these things. I could take a Firebrand or something. Or maybe even that cat, but I'm not doing that much with the cat, really. Nice. 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 Now I kind of wish I took that 1/1, but that's okay. I might play 2 of these. I'm never going to put this in my deck, right? This is not something you want. I don't feel like. Maybe if I had a lot of ways to rummage or something. I think I might want the second eat. I don't feel like I want the pick. I don't really feel like I want the second eaten either, though. I already have a Sure Strike. Oh. That only goes to players and costs 2 to start. I don't know. I think Downfall's too efficient. That crossed my mind. I mean, I have 3 open slots anyways. I'm going to agonize about that stuff, but it crossed my mind. It's not crazy. I want some more stuff that costs a little bit of mana. I think I'm out on this Brazen guy. I have a lot of black. I think I should. I'm looking at like these 2 and like this Minotaur pirate. What exactly does this? 4/2 for 4. Exile graveyards. 2 crawlers. What? Oh yeah, those guys. Those guys I'm looking forward to. I'm also this gear. If I get these going, I think I'll skip the gear. Not so sure. I mean, you like the bull better than this guy? Like this guy can also just come down pre-combat and kill an X1. I feel like the Banshee's better than the bull. But you guys are all saying the opposite. And I don't have a lot of experience. I have no experience with this, and I played the Banshee once. I feel like the Banshee should be better than the Wolf. I'm gonna play this Banshee again. That's just I'm doing that. Oh, I kind of disagree. I think this deck wants some more like 4 and 5 drops in it. Like I'm worried if I just fill it with like fucking fake your own death and whatnot that it's not gonna get the job done. Um, fake your own death would be better if I had more of these guys, like fake it, sack it to a ghoul or something. But I think in this particular deck, if I was looking for something like that, Sure Strike is probably just better. I could play both of them. I mean, the cards I'm considering are Eaten Alive. I'm not going to consider Pilfer in this deck. Eaten Alive, the 4/2, and the Minotaur. That's it, really. Yeah, Fake is good with that guy, and I guess he's good with these guys. Fake's good with these guys too. Fake might be better than Sure Strike. You could consider a combat trick, but I don't think I want a combat trick with all this stuff. 2 of these already and all this stuff. I think I'm going to put this zombie in for starters, and then maybe just play another eat. I feel like it's fine. I mean, it can be a late game kill spell. I have to. I mean, maybe I don't need the Banshee if I'm playing the Eaten Alive, but the only reason I cut the Banshee is to get something cheaper in the deck. I don't have anything cheaper that looks. I think this build makes the most sense. Possible I should have a more even split on my mana because of these frenzied goblins. I do have a lot more black. I'm gonna try it out. Yeah. I don't think I can cast that haste guy. I would like to if I thought he was easier to cast. He might still be better than the Banshee. He might just be better like on turn 5. Yeah, I mean, maybe I should just play him over the Banshee in an extra mount. I can believe that. Might go back and do it. He tried to hook me so good there. Oh, he could have a Wrath or something. That's a pretty good one to have. A turn 3 fucking Wrath for me, basically. You guys GGing it all. Fuck! Every one of you. Shame on yourselves. Every last fucking one of you. He does it all the time. He says it like he's going to get extra points because he thinks that I'm going to win the game. He thinks he'll get brownie points. Ain't no fucking points. Dylan B, thank you for the subscription. Unclear what my best play here is to me. I don't know. What vibe is that? I just got my nuts cracked by this. Yeah, it was a 2-for-1. I killed fucking 7 creatures. That's another thing people do wrong that tilts the shit out of me. It doesn't matter if you paid 7 mana for your 1/1 token or you pissed it out of thin air. Once it's there, it's a fucking 1/1 in play and it matters. Things matter more than like exactly where the cards came from. I mean, I ain't trying to jump all over a trio. He ain't this type, but I used to see people that fucking they would shock a fucking 1/1 when there's a 2/2 token sitting there, and you go, "Why did you shock that guy? Why didn't you shock the 2/2?" And they go, "Oh, he got that for free from such and such." And those are the people that you just can't conversate. You're never gonna get any. But there are people that like take it to that fucking level. It's like, what? Who gives a fuck where it came from? I had the best opening hand my deck's probably capable of. This motherfucker wrathed me twice. I mean, the last time was a 1-for-1 on a 5-drop, but like, what the hell? I don't know what's in his hand. Because I don't think it's a lot of removal. I don't feel like it's a lot of removal if this is what he used to kill my 5-drop. It doesn't seem like it's creatures. I guess it's some creatures. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if it's 6 drops, I'm going to lose for sure unless I top deck like a fiend. There's the skipper. Like, where does that guy come from? How have those two been in his hand for this? Like, I guess saving up for after a wrath, and then he. I don't know. Just strange occurrence. It's one of those things that I'm not saying this guy's a moron. If I got to see his hand, it might all make sense. It's just feels weird. It's hard to get a read on like what his hand can do when he wraths a single creature and he's not playing his own creatures with a pick, and then he plays to like it's fucking kind of weird. That's all. I mean, my best bet is to rip one of my threatens. Yeah, exactly. Get a threaten for that guy is my best bet. All right, well, I got 2 of them in the deck. There's also an Eaten Alive and a Hero's Downfall that I could play on with. But we've got 4 cards in the deck out of 23. That is not good enough, that one. Although, I guess, wait, does it trample? Yes, it does. So I can't, like, prevent the life gain, block, sack, or anything. I also went on rants like, hey, Marching Machines, my favorite, blah, blah, blah. I do not think I'll like this more. However, the first day of the set of this, I enjoyed more than the first day of Marching Machines. I said that for sure. And that sentiment is what I've been, and it could be for lots of reasons, just because there's less reading, less this and that. I don't think it will stand the test of time on a set that's like one of my favorites. If you have a clip where I said something, then I don't mind seeing it. This guy's in vigilance. Fuck, this thing's never getting to attack. Duskborn, I think, out of those. I'm trying to think. Which one was Karlov? Karlov Manor I'm drawing. I liked Outlaws, and I liked Bloomburrow more than I liked Dusk. But I didn't hate any of them. Which one was Karlov Manor? Hated LCI. Don't like LCI at all. Do not like. Oh. Yeah, I didn't love that one. It's okay. I don't know. I like the Outlaws. I just really like the Crime deck. I like Bloomburrow because I really like the Otters deck. And then Duskmorn was just okay. Karloff probably just okay. Karloff probably the one I liked the least if I had to guess. Yeah, I really liked playing Demir in OTJ. That's part of what makes me like form, like, you know. Oh, Jesus. I hooked him up. Well, ain't that cute? Oh, I love Lord of the Rings, too. Something's going to happen here. I don't know what. Bake that guy into pie. On all Banshee or Sky Mage. And I get a guy. I mean, he's just fucking dead, right? I don't know. I don't know how the Blood Witch works. Better to find it out here than in a game where it might matter. If this dies at the same time as other shit, it all triggers, right? He's dying. I guess he's not dead, but whatever. I still have a Blood Witch out. Oh, the pick. Now he could have anything of any color. I might just be dead. Unblockable. Oh, he's not sending. Doesn't send. I'm gonna hurt some feelings with that one, Alpha. I think they like that one. I don't know. I passed it once in a deck that could cast it because I had a few angels and it just didn't look right. But chat seem to be taking a liking to it. I don't know. I think I also lost the game to it. D Dubs, thank you for the subscription. Go nuts, man. I don't fucking know what to tell you. Did I just get fucked? Is this guy getting a counter? Goodness. It's attacking me. Let's do it. I mean, it seems fucking good in my deck. No, it seems like a good card for an aggro deck, the Crawler. It's only the second time I've cast it, but I like it. My deck's real cheap. I got 4 1-drops. I have 2 of that rare 2/1 Goblin with Raid. So, I mean, I have a really cheap deck that's aggressive. Is it giving me priority? Do I have something I can do? Oh, I can just tap that for no reason. I mean, I like to have a big edge. I like to be able to have a higher win rate in format. Like the slower the formats, like Dominaria formats and stuff, my win rate's generally higher than the super fast ones. And core set's similar to that. It really was just a discussion. A lot of people seem to come in here with the idea that this format is so simple and easy that it doesn't that you know there's no way that someone like me could play better than them. And they're normally fucking play like dog water or whatever. But they just think since it's a core set, they're not gonna fucking suck anymore. It's just not remotely the case. And then when they hear me say I think there's more skill in it, they get really upset. But the variants and the more powerful cards in these other sets where they think they're losing to bombs and whatnot, they be losing even more without those bombs. They just don't realize it. Because the only games they win are when it's reversed. I guess I'll just downfall it. Especially now that I have 2 of them. Probably had to do that no matter what, though. Again, and I don't think this is a contradiction. I think that I'm more advantaged in a core set. I also think Spencer J. Russo, thank you for the subscription. I also think that if you're somebody that wants to start to learn draft, and you're a little like, you're never gonna have a better chance to start to learn. Maybe you're somebody that's always won 50% or whatever. Never way too much. That's why I stopped playing Magic. But now I love Magic again. I was 19. I'm 44 now. Well, yeah, you can't take it too far, Iron Forge. That's true. I mean, but I don't think this is like that. Oh, the player snapped me right off. Another way of looking at what I'm trying to say, I think a lot of players who, and this will be a little bit more apt. Hold on, let me play the turn. Let's say a player who cares about their results has played a while, but like never really got where they'd like to be. Not someone who always makes Mythic and like wishes they could make top Mythic, but somebody who plays and cares and maybe they make it to Diamond, that kind of thing. If you're that kind of player, I think it's very likely that you're making fundamental mistakes that you don't know you're making, and it's being hid behind a lot of these synergies. And if you really get down and start playing this and someone finds your leaks, then it's going to really help plug your leaks for every set. Is another way, I guess, of what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to be mean about anything. I'm like, it's just a lot of mistakes are harder to find when there's so many synergies and whatnot that the simple stuff isn't always what's there. Like when you notice you made a mistake in a game like in a format like not necessarily this game where I have a great curve out hand, but you might be able to go like, you know what? If I started attacking a turn earlier, I might have won that game. When that's the kind of stuff you really want to be catching. Like a super low curve, and you really don't have card draw, and you know the game's going to drag, and you don't have much to put. Like black white has an issue, just in all sets, where it doesn't have as many good places to put mana. So if you find your deck kind of like that, that would definitely be a spot you would want to consider cheating a little bit on. Not something I would do a lot of. Unsure here if this is better than just killing his guy. Probably is, because I can just kill a guy and make something not block next turn. Yeah, like you can kind of tell your game plan. Like if you're a black white deck that has like some of Johnny's Pride mates and some Healer's Hawks versus a black-white deck that has like the 1/1 cat that draws cards and shit. You know, like that deck's gonna go late, and it would want to trim as many lands as it could. Whereas the other one may not go that late. I could even believe that as a general rule. As much as I hate general rules, if Ironforge says more times than not black white 16, I could believe it. I wouldn't argue against it. I think I'm just gonna steal that fucker and go in. I hope I find some way to finish the game off from here. I mean, I have this Blood Witch, but they're at 4 Steve. Yeah, mostly I'm gonna guess that's to do with there not being that many people playing sealed, but that does suck. And without that witch, ooh, well, never mind. When a new contender has entered the arena, we have a new possible way of finishing the opponent off. So you're saying there's a chance. Crawler, baby. Never say die. Bradley, are you going to jinx it now, too? Trying out loud. Last time y'all said something, I got wrath twice from what we thought was a great position. It's a scary fucking card to play against. It's mostly all stats, but still. That one could be trouble. That's one that I can attack through, sure, but does do things. Oh wow, he's got. At least it's a 3 mana card. Lethal? Oh, maybe I messed it up. Oh God, first look. I'll go first. Tap land. Yeah, I'd scoop to a 4-2. Yeah, why not? Fuck. I got one more in me. It ended early enough.